So just so you guys see, since I've been back home in New York after my stint taking a break for a year after 9 years, this is the extent of what a lot of businesses in the city look like. Now this is mostly in the city. This isn't as much in my neighborhood in Queens, but in the city you see this a lot. You can tell an old standby that I've come to for years, whether I lived in different cities or whether I've been in New York for the past 9.5 years, I always come to the bookstore, and it's still open, of course, which is a good thing if people are actually reading the books. So this is the infamous Trump Tower back here in New York. As you can see, the news sensationalizes everything. There is not activity here every day. It is very quiet. And this is in the city. I don't live in the city, but it's picking up a bit. It's really not as busy as it usually is though. If you'd like your own reading, life coaching session, incantation, spell, or spirit channeling, go to naomitarot.com. Hi, it's Naomi with Naomi's Tarot. If you'd like your own reading, go to naomitarot.com. Order your incantation for the full moon on October 1st now. I do prosperity incantations, love incantations, healing incantations, and I recommend for the Aries full moon to do a prosperity incantation, but you can do any because Aries is all about initiation, success, and drive to move forward. So it's a great night to do that kind of spell or incantation. You can also order tarot readings as well, spirit channelings, life coaching sessions, and astrology charts. I additionally want to say that you have to make sure you order your Samhain readings for October 31st, Halloween, the ancient Irish-Scottish holiday of Samhain, which is where it comes from. I am filling up fast. I offer incantations that night, tarot readings, and spirit channelings. Astrology charts don't really need to be done that night because they don't change. So I would offer incantations, spirit channelings, or tarot readings. You must order a minimum of 2 questions for the not for the incantation. You must order a minimum of 2 questions for the spirit channeling or the tarot reading. Incantation, you can order 1, 2, however many you want. Okay, go to naomitarot.com. If you're unclear on anything, email me at naomitarot1199@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Now, who is the real you? Pick a card, 1, 2, 3. Who is the real you? And in light of this video, I decided to wear a very, very little on my face. This is the real me. And I want to explore with you guys, what does it mean to be authentic? Does it mean speaking your truth? Does it mean wearing what you want to wear? Does it mean changing your hair color to what it really naturally is and accepting the fact that it's no longer auburn and it got dark when you got older, which is what I did? Is it about accepting that you're more outspoken than meek, or is it accepting that you're more meek than outspoken and you don't want to force yourself to be outspoken? Is it accepting being introverted rather than extroverted, or accepting that you're an extrovert? What is it about you that makes you unique? Who is the real you that people might not see and that you need to embrace? You chose message number 1. The real you is somebody who's always looking forward. You're a very optimistic person. If you chose message number 1, that signifies an independent person as well, because 1 is about the self, independence, leading, drive, ambition. That's what 1 symbolizes. And this is the rider moving forward in life. 2 is key to success, and knowing that the celebration and the growth with the lily and the wine is there for him if he only believes. You are the eternal optimist, number 1. And something that people may not know about you is that you have your bad days. Maybe people think that your day is always going good, or that you're always happy, that you're always optimistic, that you're always feeling good, that everything's always going your way because you have such a sunny disposition. But really, you do have bad days, and you want somebody to turn to and talk to sometimes, and you want to be able to have that support. But at the same time, you're very confident, and you know what you deserve, and you know what you're going after in life, and people admire that ambition, right? But in the inside, you don't always feel as secure as you might project. Sometimes you feel a little bit more insecure. Sometimes you need someone to turn to or some reassurance more than you may let on or say. And the real you is probably a lot more soft and less hardened than you project yourself to be. You're not quite as strong as you always project yourself to be, and that's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to embrace that and to sometimes let the right people see that. Not everybody, but the right people. You're a lot more vulnerable and softer than you may appear, number one. You chose message number two. Message number two, who is the real you? You're somebody who's had a lot more obstacles in life than people may realize. You're somebody who has been lucky with things, maybe lucky with your family life. Maybe you have children and you love your children, or not children, you found the right partner rather early in life. And you've had many faithful people in your life, or you've been faithful to the people in your life, and you're tried and true, and you always overcome those difficulties that are thrown your way. What people may not know about you is you have had one really big hurdle in your life, and your lifetime has been very much about embracing the relationships you have with others, embracing change, because the story also talks about travel and possibly changing locations, embracing those relationships with different and new people. But your life has also been about overcoming some kind of big challenge, whether it was with health or with money or with partners. There's something that was really, really challenging for you. And you're so proud of yourself that you overcame it, but people may not know that about you. They may not know that you're a fighter and that there's something that you really, something big you really had to go through. And I feel like it's one thing. It's not like number one where you're just like a hard exterior and you're just a big softy on the inside. People know you're a soft, sweet person. They know that you're this faithful, loyal, kind friend. They know that you've had unique experiences and that you felt lucky in your life, or you're grateful for things in your life. They see you as a humble person who's grateful, but they don't know that there's this really big thing that you might have gone through, and it put a lot of stress on your body, mind, and soul for a while. Maybe you're still going through it. It's okay to share with others that things are not always going your way, that you're not always this soft, supportive, nice person. Like, you can sometimes have bad days. You can sometimes share your difficulty with others and not always have to be the friend that runs to everybody's assistance. You know, number two also is a number of partnerships. If you chose to and you gravitate towards that number, partnerships are probably important to you. Feeling balanced by being around another is important to you. It's symbolized by the scales or Libra or the Lovers card, because the Lovers is number two. Libra is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's all about balance. It's all about supporting others. You're the supportive friend that people always go to. It seems like you just have this nice, peaceful, sweet life where nice things happen and you're just a nice person, but they don't know that you've had this really strong difficulty in your life. And, you know, you don't always have to be the eternal friend to everybody. People should also be supporting you. Message number three, the real you. The real you is much slyer like a fox than people may expect. The real you has experienced much tragedy in your life. The real you feel like you've gotten a lot of bad luck despite your sunny disposition. Okay, so I don't want this to be all the negative reading. It's just that I have 3 negative cards, but 1 overwhelmingly positive card. The sun is just anything you can think of that's happy. Optimism, happiness, joy, extra money, you know, all those good things. Happy marriage. Perhaps you have a happy relationship. If it's not relationship, you've got something really good going for you in one part of your life. That's always been good. But there are some things or people surrounding you that are either jealous, or there's misfortune that seems to always follow you. And it's not that it's your fault. It's just that things are not as sunny as they always appear to be for you. Maybe there's just, it seems like every time you take 2 steps forward, you take 3 steps back. What people don't know about you is you're a fighter, though. You always try to look towards the positive side in things, despite this negativity or these negative people, the naysayers that surround you. Despite the instability sometimes that you've experienced in your life, you're always trying to look forward to the positive. You're always trying to look forward to the beauty of life. You're somebody who's very meditative. You're somebody who, even though you know you have a long road ahead of you, you try to stop and acknowledge the goodness in your life. You're an eternal optimist. And people, they may see this more misfortune in your life sometimes that you've had, and they feel sorry for you. But what they don't see is that you're going to be okay. You're a survivor and you're a thriver. And it's a lot of it has to do with your attitude. The fact that you don't let things hold you down too long. That, you know, shit sometimes happens, and it's not that you deserve those things that have happened to you. It's just it happens. And you've managed to always say, I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to keep looking forward, and I'm not going to let it hold me back forever. You are a fighter, and maybe people don't realize quite how strong you really are. So that's your message number 3.